we had several appointments today, and the very last one, I was a little overdone with sitting in appointments. None of them were my appointments. I was going with other people as their support system, kind of a thing. So this was like the fifth appointment for the day. It was the last one, all medical appointments, and with different people. And so the last one was taking a lot longer than it should have. And this doctor came out, and I thought it was kind of odd because typically, the nurses or the CNAs or whatever come and room them. And the doctor came out, and she called the name of another child in the room. And the mom and her all of a sudden, start chalking up conversation, go into some details that are not anybody's business, but about this child out in the waiting room, which I thought was a little bit weird, but okay, whatever. They know each other as the story unfolds. So still I thought, okay, a little bit weird that, they're discussing this in the waiting room. I mean, they were talking about her medical history, what injections she needed, everything. It was kind of crazy. But my daughter looked at me and says, I can't believe this is taking so long, especially where we were. It typically wasn't a very long conversation or a very long appointment. And I said, kind of jokingly to her, I was like, well, that's probably the only doctor. And because they're friends, that's taking longer. And that's exactly what it was. And I have to admit that I personally was frustrated, but I was also frustrated from other things. But then when we got back there, that doctor treated my grandbaby with so much love and respect that I understood and felt better. I understood why that mama brought her child to see that doctor. And then I also understood and felt better about why we were there. And so, moral of this very long story is try to take a deep breath and think about what other people are going through before you just jump to conclusions, because I was jumping to conclusions and getting a little frustrated. But in the end, she gave us just as much love and care as she did the other child, and that's all I would ever ask for.